Once upon a time, in a place that was very dry, there lived the Sandman. The Sandman was a very pleasant fellow. He lived in his house made of sand, and loved it because he himself was made of sand. It was comfortable and familiar to him, and he loved being comfortable. Anyway, one day, when he was outside of this house adding to his house design, he noticed something very strange. It looked like something he had never seen before. It was sticking slightly out of the ground, perhaps in some sort of hole. The Sandman was sure that the hole was never there before, and the Sandman was afraid that something dangerous may be lurking in there. The Sandman thought for a moment. He decided to go hide under his only tree. He sat there on his chair, thinking for a moment, staring at the place where he saw the strange thing sticking out of the sand. What if this thing came from the sky? It could have made a small crater. It might be something useful. Then he thought, what if it was something that grew out of the ground? It could be a new plant. Maybe he could eat it. Then he thought, what if it is a dangerous animal, waiting to devour him if it came too close? The Sandman decided that the only thing to do is see what it was from a distance. The Sandman went to his house. He found some sand that was in his chest. Maybe he could build up to it. The Sandman built straight up like a tower. When he was real high, he looked at the object. Oh, too bad for him. He could not see it, for he was too high and not close enough. Then the Sandman started to try to build across to it. It didn't work. The sand would just fall every time he tried. The Sandman was starting to get frustrated. He really wanted to know what that thing was. In his frustration, he started throwing sand in the air. Then suddenly, he noticed that some sand had clumped together. It looked different. He grabbed it. The sand was very strong. He placed it on the side of the sand. It didn't fall down. Perfect! I'll just clump more sand together. Then, to make this new strong sand. The Sandman made a bunch. Then began to start building with it. He built over the hole and saw something strange. The Sandman couldn't tell what it was. He creeped closer. Then suddenly he slipped. He landed in the pit, then jumped out in fear. He thought he saw that a man was in the pit. The Sandman to the hole, indeed. There was a man sitting in there. The man looked at him. "Please," he said, "get me out of here. I'm stuck." Well, the Sandman was very good at getting things unstuck from sand. He removed the sand. And out came the man. "Thank you," said the man. "You just saved my life. I thought I was done for sure." "You're welcome," said the Sandman. "But what were you doing here?" "I was traveling," said the man. "I came upon your house and was on but it was dark, and I stepped into this hole and got stuck in the sand." The Sandman was curious. "What is your name?" he asked. "John is my name," the stranger replied. "And boy am I thirsty." "Good," said the Sandman. "Then come into my house, and we can become better friends over a glass of water." So they went into the Sandman's house, drank water, and became better acquainted. And from that time forward, they became good friends. And that is the story of how the Sandman found his friend John. The end.